Karate Kid Legends. So here are my spoilers on the movie, so scroll away if you haven't seen it. And that is that overall I enjoyed the movie, but at the same time I didn't like this movie because it just did some things that just was like, really? And the first thing is the fact that it's really misleading. It's called Karate Kid Legends, and you think that Ralph Macchio Daniel is going to be more present in the movie, and he really isn't. Speaking of that, I wish it was more nostalgia based, like wax on wax off, on the floor type of a thing when he's teaching Lee. But then again, Lee has a basis for kung fu, so that teaching him that basis of karate, I guess you can kind of gloss over that fact. I guess, I don't know. And then it's like, why call it Karate Kid Legends? It's like really misleading. It felt like a cash grab of like, oh yeah, here is Ralph Macchio. We're gonna throw him in here because you know it's really popular, Cobra Kai, and we're gonna get more money out of it. And that's kind of what it was. But at the same time, I don't feel like it was a cash grab because the story was there in Karate Kid Legends. Was it necessarily a good, coherent story that made sense and it was consistent? Not necessarily, but it was enjoyable, and I loved it. And I think as going into a movie, you should always come out of the movie pleased with the movie and being really entertained, whether or not it was structurally sound or not. Yeah, so I did like the fact that in the movie Lee was training the dad, and that was really cool because maybe sometimes kids can teach adults things, but then at the same time Lee is training an adult to kung fu, even though he has a basis for boxing already. But at the same time, he gets beat up in his first school fight with the bully, and I'm like, okay, I guess when you do a fancy flip and kick, all you really have to do is back up and then your lights get knocked out after you land, sure. But then Lee, at the same time, later on in the movie, fights three adults with essentially sticks, and he beats them up like it's nothing. So it's like, consistency here? I think not. So there's that. And then also, I really wish, because it's called Karate Kid Legends and you have Ralph Macchio in there because the advertisement put him there, I wish there was more of a connection to Cobra Kai. Cobra Kai, you'd have to live under a rock to not know about Cobra Kai, and because it was just super big, and I wish there was more nod to it other than the fact Johnny coming at the end. And all right, here, I guess Daniel and Johnny are in good terms. Obviously this means it has to be at the end of Cobra Kai. It takes place 3 years after Cobra Kai, but that's not explicitly said in the movie. You have to search it up, and I was like, dang, I guess there's that. I'm not really too bummed out that any of the kids weren't there because, you know, they're off doing school or being karate model stars like Tori and Robbie. Don't really care for that, but I just wish there was more nod to, you know, Cobra Kai. Overall, I did enjoy the movie. I wish it would have more focused on Jackie Chan's story of like, oh, here's a school, here's my nephew type of a thing, and I wish it would have focused more on that. And if you wanted to bring in Ralph Macchio as like a surprise guest, and keep him out of the advertisements, I would have loved to see that. But to call it Karate Kid Legends and to make you think Ralph Macchio's a lot more present in the movie than he really is, I feel like that's misleading. Overall, I love the movie. 8 out of 10.